All right, guys, today we're going to talk about equivalent rates and ratios. Well, first we want to go back to our definitions. A ratio is the relationship between two or more quantities by division with similar units. And a rate is the relationship between two or more quantities by division with different units. That sounds pretty similar. What's the big difference? Well, the difference is ratios have similar units, rates have different units. As we can see in our example, if I'm comparing 4 squares to 3 circles, circles and squares are both shapes. So I know that that is a ratio because the units are similar. Versus in my rate, if I'm comparing $10 to 5 candles, those are two different units because I'm comparing money to a candle. All right, now let's jump into equivalent rates and ratios. Equivalent rates and ratios are ratios and rates that express the same relationship between two or more quantities. So let's look at an example. It says Staples sells jumbo packs of pencils and pens. There are 10 pencils to 15 pens in each pack. Write 3 equivalent ratios. Well, I first need to note that I'm comparing pencils and pens. Those are both writing utensils, so that's a ratio. And the method I'm going to use is a double number line. So the first thing I need to do is draw my double number line and label it. I'm labeling it pencils and pens because that's the order that it was given to me in the problem. So the first thing I want to recognize is that when I start my number line, I always start with 0. And I know that if I got 0 pencils, I got 0 pens. So now let's start with the ratio that was given to me. Well, if I was given 10 pencils, how many pens am I going to have? I'm going to get 15 pens because that's how Staples sold them, and my ratio would be 10 to 15. Well, now what if I wanted to buy 2 jumbo packs? How many pencils and pens would I get? Well, the same number of pencils and pens would come in each pack. Now I would just have 2. So now the total number of pencils I have would be 20, and the total number of pens I would have would be 30. And I could write my ratio 20 to 30. Again, same amount of pencils and pens in each pack, I just doubled the number of packs. What if I wanted to write another ratio? If I wanted to buy 3 packs, how many pencils would I have in total? I would get 30. I have 10 pencils in each pack and I got 3 packs. Well, what about the pens? Well, 15 pens come in each pack and I got 3 packs. So I have 45 pens with a ratio of 30 to 45. Now, what if I was being adventurous and I said I wanted to buy 7 packs of these pencils and pens? Well, I would still do the same thing because the relationship or the ratio never changed. I would still get 10 pencils in each pack and 15 pens in each pack. I would just now have 7 packs. So now I would have 70 pencils and 105 pens with a ratio of 70 to 105. So as you can see, we now have our 3 equivalent ratios. And here's a note. Remember, equivalent rates and ratios keep the same ratio, but I'm just creating a different number of groups.